Today we are going to talk about the dungeon build I use with my Necromancer. I will explain the skills, legendary items, Reforge bonuses, curse properties and legendary gems you need to use. With this setup, we will try to optimize our Reforge family bonuses, legendary item magical attributes plus legendary gems. For the chest and pants, we are looking for beneficial effects duration and maximum life increase buffs. For all the other 6 legendary items, we need the highest critical hit chance plus critical hit damage buffs together. Now let's talk about the Reforge family bonuses. Since we are a Necromancer, we always want more summons because we have a lot of buffs for our summons. And we are getting one more summon from the Wildfire Reforge family set bonus. Primary attack damage increase, damage to done enemies below 30% life increase, critical hit damage increase, damage to demons increase, and of course damage done by your summons increase. This is the best Reforge family setup for a PvE focused Necromancer, and it's not even that bad for PvP as well. Next up we have legendary gems. First one is Berserker's Eye, gives us 16% increased damage and 2% critical hit chance increase at rank 10. The only downside is that it also increases all damage you take by 5%, but it's not important at all. And this is the only 1-star gem we are using. Actually, you can use Freedom and Devotion too, but you don't really need that extra duration on your summons except in some raids, so I will skip it. Next we have the gem that was created for Necromancers, Follower's Burden. This gem increases all damage you deal by 3% for each summon you control up to maximum increase of 18%. Additionally, your summons take 6% decreased damage at rank 10. Next one is Bloody Reach. This gem is very powerful for range classes and Necromancers. Since you have to keep your distance from your target while using this gem, you need to pay a little bit attention while playing to get maximum damage increase from the gem. At rank 10, increases all damage you deal by 6% for every 2 yards between you and the enemy hit, up to a maximum of 24% at 8 yards. Next we have one of the best gems in the game, Pain Clasp. At rank 10, this gem increases damage dealt by 24% to enemies suffering from a continuous damage effect. When an enemy suffering from a continuous damage is within 10 yards, your movement speed is increased by 6. Well, most builds that Necromancers use have continuous damage effects, so this gem will be active all the time. And our last 2-star legendary gem will be the Mother's Lament. At rank 10, this gem increases your critical hit chance by 32% for 6 seconds every 20 seconds. Basically, it gives you massive critical hit chance every 20 seconds. By the way, you don't have to have these gems at rank 10, this setup will be the best option for PvE Necromancer at any rank. And now we are going to talk about the 5-star gems that you need for this setup. First one is Bloodsocket Jade. This is one of the best gems in the game because of the damage and movement speed it provides to you. Once you get these 5-star gems, try to upgrade them to at least rank 3. Next we have Battle Top. This gem is really good for Necromancers because it not only buffs you, but when you use a buff skill on your summons, Battle Hop's buff applies on them as well. For example, when you use Dark Curse with Guided by Maggots, Battle Hop buff applies on your summons too. And for the last one we have 2 options, Echoing Shade or Seeping Pile. If you want even more summons and extra damage on PvE, you can go with Echoing Shade, but remember Echoing Shade is almost useless in PvP, so going with Seeping Pile might be better for you if you are doing or planning to do PvP in the future. Your summons can trigger the Seeping Pile too, so it's not a bad option to have for PvE too. If you follow this guide and build your Necromancer around it, you can be sure that you are going to perform way better than other players that have similar resonance and combat rating. And for the curse properties, you can use 6 pieces of Vex to give your summons an extra buff. Now we can talk about the dungeon build. First, let me show you the skills we are using. We have Command Golem, Skeletal Mage, Command Skeletons, Dark Curse and Soulfire. And for the set items, I have 4 pieces of Shepherd and 2 pieces of Vitus to increase the duration of Dark Curse, but you can use 6 pieces of Shepherds as well. As you can see, my legendary gems are not optimized for Necromancer, and I am only at Mastery level 3, so you can even deal more damage than me if you have the right legendary gems, Reforge bonuses and curse properties. Now let's talk about the legendary items. For the headpiece, I am using Mirror Rictus. Your skeletal champions are replaced with skeletal archers. Chest is unfortunately not important because we don't have any useful essences to use in this build for the chest. For the shoulders we are using this one, Skeletal Mage maximum charges increased by 1. For the pants we have our buff essence for summons, Guided by Maggots. Dark Curse no longer decreases enemy vision, instead causing your minions within the area to frenzy, increasing their attack and movement speeds. And for the main ant I am using Stone Golem. Command Golem now summons a Stone Golem that throws boulders at enemies and rolls through enemies instead of leaping. Actually you can use Poison Golem instead of this one, but if you do that you need to change one of your offense too. If you choose to use Poison Golem, you might want to switch your additional offense with this one, Deed Keen. Command Golem now also deals 13% additional damage to enemies for each harmful effect they suffer from, up to a maximum of 52%. If you use Poison Golem you can remove this with the other one. And for the offense I am using Welcome Ant. Skeletal Mage now summons a powerful Grim Reaper but has a longer cooldown. And for the additional main ant I am using Pierce Hammer. Common skeletons damage increased by 16%. And lastly for the additional offense I am using Beacon of the Lead. Command Golem damage increased by 16%. These buffs are a little low for me because I'm still at Master level 3. It's gonna go up when I reach Master level 4. And for the Paragon Tree I am using Weaver. This is the best one when it comes to dungeons and raids. It gives you 15% increased damage and 6.5% critical hit chance. And that's all for this one. I hope you enjoyed the build and take care.